Hey everyone, in today's video I'm focusing on engineering in Cataclysm. We will cover off a few topics. Why choose engineering? Engineering for your alts. How to level, where to level. Expected cost, how to make this bit cheaper for yourself. Specializations and recipe highlights for gold making. As always with my more focused videos, I've time-stamped left, right and centre, so please feel free to jump around and get to the bits that are interesting to you. So why choose engineering? Right, well, the entire population of the game seems to choose engineering for amazing utility and speedruns. Over here though, with me, I just want it for loot rang. This item could be amazing. It isn't though. It is, however, above average. It only picks up one item at a time, but it's still better than having to run around the room clicking corpses when you've already done a big farm. You're going to need 125 engineering to use this, so it is great for alts too. If you haven't got your professions kata ready, you can still pick this one up from the auction house. Likewise, once you can craft this, it's likely going to be an item that you can sell at times. Looterang requires engineering 495 to craft. Otherwise, you get the same stat bonuses here as you do from other crafting professions. Plus 480 of your highest primary stat goes on the gloves in form of synapse springs. But also, grounded plasma shield, which is an absorb, quick flip deflection plates, which increases armor, nature damage, effect, and a potion injector. You can also craft some epic 359 goggles that will come with cogwheel sockets, and as an engineer you can in fact craft some handy cogwheel gems. Now then, engineering on alts. This is a great profession for characters that you actively play PvE or PvP on. If you're playing the game rather than just making gold on your alt, then I would definitely go for it. However, purely from a gold making perspective, if you're just focused on making gold on that character, I wouldn't really recommend it, and there's no big benefit to having more than one engineer. Making gold with engineering is a really nice perk when you can do it, but it's not a primary reason to take engineering. Leveling then. Engineering is one of my least favourite professions to level. You can level in one of three ways basically. Choose a guide like Wowhead one, just lists the materials required and gets you from A to B in a fairly proficient route. Level using this website on the screen right now. Link in description. Here you can get costs and use it to work out the best leveling route on your budget. Or the way I level is I go through TSM, I select the craft items that are a high sale rate and with any profit, and I would rather take 10 crafts per point but sell every item than 3 crafts and be left vendoring things or with messed up bags. Whatever way you choose, engineering is a popular profession and it tends to be quite expensive to level, unfortunately. It is, however, worth it for all the cool bits you get as rewards, and I love engineering pets, in particular the personal world destroyer. Please note though, you need goblin engineering to craft it. You can buy it crafted from the auction house though, and if you wish to be a goblin and gnomish engineer, you don't need to level, craft it, then drop engineering, re-level, and learn gnomish, because that would be insane. My hunter is currently herbalism in case I need to farm anything for myself in the first day of Cataclysm, but I'm planning to drop herbs really quickly and train engineering. On Cataclysm launch, the trainers currently in Orgrimmar or Stormwind City will have illustrious engineering unlocked. Most recipes are available from trainers on that day, although there are a big chunk of recipes that are discovery only. The recipes in Cataclysm Classic are right now pretty free and easy to get. The reason for this is that prior to Cataclysm, recipes and patterns were all reputation locked. In Cataclysm, however, rather than reputation lock-in, all profession trainers were kept in Twilight Highlands and phased out until you had completed the entry quest. This required level 84. It wasn't until much further into Cataclysm that the trainers were moved to the home cities so lower levels could actually have a shot. In this version of Cataclysm, however, the trainers are in the home cities right away, so we've got no unfortunate level grinds before we can do professions. Obviously, this could be subject for a last-minute change, but really it's unlikely that they'd change it now on such short notice. So if you aren't already an engineer, you might be wondering about the differences between gnomish and goblin engineering, and which one you should choose for Cataclysm Classic. Honestly, I've already touched on it, but there doesn't appear to be that much difference. Goblin gets by far the cooler pet of the personal world destroyer, while gnomish gets a rabbit. For gold making purposes, the personal world destroyer should sell for a bit more than the rabbit because it's cooler. Gnomish engineers get a gravity well that launches you a few yards in the air compared to Goblin's Big Daddy AoE stun. Those are the only 4 Cataclysm recipes that I can see that have a specialization requirement attached though. So obviously factor in anything that you already have like portals. Last up then, recipe highlights for making gold. Guns and scopes. Scopes and guns. Guns, scopes, and yep, scopes again. I think guns are going to be really good in phase 1, as with all crafted items, while the scopes are going to be a consistent seller throughout Cataclysm. Just get used to keeping some stock and doing a quick post scan whenever you have a minute free. They're going to be essential. The other thing that always sells nicely for engineers is parts, things like screws and bolts. People are lazy, engineering in particular, people have something in mind that they want to craft. They don't want to spend an hour crafting something else to craft the thing they want. I would definitely recommend selling off some screws and bolts as you go. You could even use these items as ways to spam out profession points so that you can get your discoveries too. Next up is the heat-treated spinning lure. This has 2 key points. It increases your fishing by 150 for 15 minutes. That is huge, but it also works in lava. Because yeah, you will be fishing red hot volatile fire from the lava pools in Cataclysm. And we all know how good fishing is at the start of expansions. Mainly because I haven't shut up about it in 4 months. These laws are saleable. You need fishing and level 81 to use. Another item is electrostatic condenser. This enables you to sometimes find volatile air while mining, skinning, or hairbin. Volatile air is generally a bit more sought after, so this could turn out really big for gold making. The item is bind on pickup, so you need to craft it to use for yourself. The only point here really is that engineering tends to be a meta profession for PvP and for Raiden. So people who are choosing one meta profession will often want to choose or need to choose another. So it means that generally most engineers won't actually have a gathering profession to go with it. The exception for this could be tanks. So that is everything around engineering. I really hope you found this guide useful today. Just a quick note before I go to cover off my plans for Cataclysm Classic launch, as I know a few have been asking. I'm planning to level my professions before anything else, even before really worrying about actual character levels. I'd like to have one of each profession as quickly as possible. That's my initial goal. And I'm going to be focusing on 2 things: crafted gear items and then Dark Moon cards. Since we had the news that Dark Moon Fair was brought forward by a week, it makes sense to go big on the cards. If everything goes to plan, I'll be streaming Tuesday to Friday next week in the early afternoon, with maybe a surprise evening stream here and there. I should have a similar schedule the week after as well, and all streams will be Cataclysm Classic. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please remember to like and subscribe. I really appreciate all the support I've had so far. Thanks a lot. Bye!